שקלים פרקי משנה ג' שנינו במשנה א', we already learned in the first Mishnah, שיוחנן בן פנחס היה ממונה על חותמות. That Yochanan ben Pinchas was the one who was responsible on the stamps.
שזה לא יוחנן בן פנקס.
That's right, Pinchas maybe. Maybe that's where the name comes from, על החותמות. ואחיה על הנסחים, and אחיה was responsible for all the liquids, oil, wine. ובא משנתנו והמשנה של לאחריה לבאר, in our Mishnah and the next Mishnah is going to come to teach us, עניין החותמות והנסחים. What did you do exactly with the stamps that people used to get, like coins, like a special coins, you know, you go to Chuck E. Cheese, you get coins. ולהבנת משנתנו יש להקדים כמה דברים. But in order to understand this Mishnah, we have to explain a couple of things. הנסחים הנזכרים כאן, the נסחים, whatever נסחים is that are mentioned over here, libation, thank you. היינו מנחת נסחים. It's talking about the present, the sacrifice of libation. What was it? It was סולת בלולה בשמן. It was wheat mixed with oil, like making a dish. ויין לנסח, and it was wine that you poured over the מזבח. הבאה עם קורבנות העולה, and that comes with the sacrifice of with a burnt offering or קורבנות שלמים, or a peace offering. So in other words, whenever you brought a burnt offering or a peace offering, you had to bring bread and wine with it. It didn't come by itself. It depends how you cooked it beforehand. I think it was bread. It was.
This is flour and oil.
Yeah, and bread. How do you make?
I think it has to be more water than oil.
Yeah, but it doesn't say. It doesn't give you the measurement over here.
It doesn't say any water. Just maybe just with oil.
Ah, good question. I don't know. Good question. Maybe it wasn't a moitzi. It's possible. You think for sure it was moitzi? Maybe it was. Maybe it wasn't. I don't know.
Because of the seuda, no?
It would make sense, yeah. No, we're talking about the mizbeach over here. What was brought on the altar?
Okay, once you put it on the mizbeach, then you eat.
I'm not sure how much you eat if you eat the wine at all.
No, not the wine. The wine is all in a seah.
So the same thing might be also over here. I don't know what happened to the bread.
You give one from each one to the Kohen, and then the rest is yours.
That's what we learned? That's what we learned about before? The peace offering? Yeah, possible. So, okay. It makes more sense that it's a moitzi, but it doesn't matter for us. בין שהם קורבנות יחיד, בין שהם קורבנות ציבור. Whether they are individual sacrifices or communal sacrifices. ואם חטאת ואשם, but if you brought a sin offering that you knew for sure, or a sin offering that you weren't sure that you did the זהו, or של מצורע, the חטאת ואשם of the מצורע, it's not what I said. A sin offering of the מצורע, שאר החטאות והאשמות, all the other sin offering לשמות, וכן בכור ומעשר פסח וחורבן עפות, אינם טעונים נסחים. So individual sin offering doesn't require wine and bread. But a metzora, when it says chatat asham of a metzora, it means only a metzora, only a leper. He also needs to bring, as we're going to see, something. Bread and wine. הנסחים אינם שווים בכל הקורבנות. So the נסחים are not equal in all the sacrifices. וחלוקים הם בשיעוריהם לשלושה מינים, כמפורש פרשת שלח. And we're going to be divided into three types. Number one, לכבש בן שנתו, if you have a sheep, a year-old sheep, or לעז, or a goat, how much do you have to give? יסרון סולת בלול ברביעית העין שמן. You give a measurement of wheat mixed with oil, ורביעית העין יין לנסך, and also a quart of wine. לעיל, if you had a sin offering, if you had you brought a sacrifice of a ram, a 2-year-old, for that you bring שני עשרונים סולת, you bring double the amount, 2 עשרונים סולת בליל בשמן, 2 measurements of flour mixed with oil, בשלישית ההין שמן, and third of a log of a hin of oil, ויין לנסך שלישית ההין, and wine to pour on the מזבח, also a third of the hin. לפר או לעגל, for a bull or for a calf, 3 עשרונים, you give 3 עשרונים, salt בלולים בחצי ההין שמן, mixed with half a hin of שמן, ויין לנסך חצי ההין, wine only half a hin, כל מי שהיה צריך לנסכים, and anybody who needed these additions for the sacrifices, for the נסכים, יכול היה לקנותם במחסן המקדש. Where usually you could bring it from home, but there's also a possibility to get them straight from the temple. Why? Because you're coming from Beersheba, you're coming from other parts, and it needs to be pure. Yeah, and it needs to be really pure. You don't know you touched in the way. It's preferable to buy it in the temple. There you know everything is good. The kashrus is good. כדי שלא יצטרך לטרוח לבקש נסכים שנעשו על טהרת הקודש. Because you had to make sure, you know, if you're Beersheba, you probably were not pure. How are you going to make it when you're not pure? You only become pure once you come to Yerushalayim. It's a whole business. So everything was available. Let's say 99% of the people did not bring their own sacrifices, did not bring their own nesachim. They would buy it from the temple. והלהלן במשנה הבאה, and in the next Mishnah, מבואר שכך היה סדר קנייתם. This is how you used to buy them. בתחילה היה בא קונה ליוחנן בן פנחס. So the buyer used to come to Yochanan ben Pinchas. When we say Yochanan ben Pinchas, we're not talking about one person. He's the one who's responsible. There's hundreds of people who are working under him, right? ושילם לו בעד הנסכים הדרושים לו. He says, you know what? I need a sin offering. I need a ola offering. I need a... No, he doesn't tell him what... he tells him, I did a sin offering. A sin offering. So he will give him already everything. All the stuff that goes with a sin offering. Yeah, it's like you come to the supermarket. He knows the whole thing that comes with that sacrifice. Yeah, even though the guy can bring oil on his own and wine on his own. No. This comes in a package deal. בעד הנסכים הדרושים לו. וקיבל ממנו פתק, and he received from him a note, הנקרא במשנתנו חותם. That's what we call a stamp. ובו היה סימן, and in that note was a sign, בעד אלו נסכים שילם. He tells him, what did he pay for? Did he pay for a sin offering? Did he pay for a burnt offering? Did he pay for a calf offering? What was it? את החותם הביא לאחיה הממונה על הנסכים. Now, he brought this חותם to אחיה, who was responsible for נסכים, וקיבל את נסחיו, and he received these נסחיו. So there maybe was a division.
So the אחיה guy sounds like he's where you...
So maybe there was a division.
He would take the money and write what he needs and send it to somebody else.
So the pickup order.
Yeah, but what I don't... The interesting part was... Yeah.
Pick up over there.
Okay, pick up over there.
Yeah, but I'm not sure exactly that this is the way it works. I'll tell you why.
Why?
Because over here it sounds like in the end of the explanation that you would go to two places. You would go to one place for nesachim and you would go to another place for the sheep or for the goat. I thought it comes all at once.
Oh, bad.
Yeah.
The goats, זה משהו אחר. אפילו אתה רוצה לקנות goat או sheep או מה?
Yeah, but you give the nesachim. I think it was the same. It's the same thing. I think you would keep the same thing. I didn't think it was twice. Yeah, but let's see. He's going to explain over here. 4 חותמות היו במקדש. 4 stamps were in the temple. לממונה על קבלת תשלומים בעד הנסכים. Yeah, it looks like...
Including the egg.
I think that's the way he said it. It's separated. The sheep, maybe because you want to pick on your own. So, because I want this one, I want that one, I want this one.
It's much more efficient to just go to where all the sheep are, all the flowers, all the...
You go to different places, you're saying. So after you pick the sheep, you come with the stamp and you buy the nesachim for that particular sheep.
Costco, it's not made to order.
Yeah. וכתוב עליהם, and it was written on them, סימן לנסחים. It was a sign for only the nesachim, the wine and the oil, ששולם באדם, that you already paid for it. If you got an egel, so it looks like once you got to the egel, together with the egel, they gave you a stamp.
Oh,
So you took an egel, and then you would go to the guy and say, here, I have an egel. So the guy said, sin offering, right? So he gives you a stamp for an egel. He gives you a stamp for the calf, so to go get the wine and the oil that needs to be prepared.
I didn't understand. So you go, first of all, you buy the, let's say, sheep. Together with that, they give you a stamp.
That's what it looks like. That's what it looks like. That you need for the sheep.
So it can be,
Yeah.
where you pay? You pay to
You already paid for the sheep.
It says you get 4 stamps in the first
Yeah, wait. We get to the first
Oh, you
stamps.
pay for the sheep only.
Once you get for the sheep, you get the sheep and you should get the sheep and the coin. And that special coin that tells you what kind of nesachim goes with that sheep.
And he doesn't pay for the sachim there.
No,
That's the point.
he might pay. Who does he?
כתוב פה, היה בא קונה ליוחנן בן פנחס ושילם לו בעד הנסחים הדרושים לו. אז הוא משלם לנסחים ליוחנן. פנחס.
To Pinchas, yeah. So maybe he needs to tell him what kind of sheep he bought. That makes also sense. Okay. He needs to tell you about a sin offering, about a calf, what goes with the calf, and he gives it to you. He gives you the thing, then you go to the other guy to pick up the line. עגל, סימן לנסחי בקר, שהם 3 עשרונים סולת חצי ההין. שמן וחצי ההין יין. So if you bought, you tell the guy, I want to pay for an עגל, a calf. So he says, okay, a calf, this is how much you need to pay me, and this is the sign, go, pick it up. זכר, if it's a male, סימן לנסחי איל. Every time it says a זכר on the coin, it means this is a ram, which means a sheep which is a male. Ram means a sheep which is a male. שהם 2 עשרונים סולת שלישית עין. So you say, I want נסחים for a ram, you get נסחים for a ram, whatever it is.
So I think that what he do, he goes to Yochanan ben Pinchas, and he tell him, I want egel, I want a calf. And he gives him the נסחים עם החותמת, הוא משלם על הנסחים, ויש לו עכשיו piece of paper, הוא צריך, he has to go to buy
Yeah, this is like...
sheep still. This is only נסחים here.
Maybe it's possible that he already bought the sheep. I don't know if it's which one is first, which is second.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think he has.
Like they want to separate the money from the Petex because this Yochanan guy, he deals with the money and.
So we already discussed there are different kind of charities. There are charities which are sacrifices, and there's other charities. Sacrifices are only sacrifices. There's a responsible person for sacrifices. And then there's a responsible person for monies for nesachim. And you don't mix the money for sacrifices, for meat, and wine and oil. It's 2 different guys. So that's why the separation is. Okay? Who comes first, who comes second, I don't know. Gdi, a goat, if you say I want a goat, siman linsachei keves ve'ez. This is it says on it a gdi, on the coin it says a goat, and this means it's a sign for libations for a sheep or a goat. Shem isaron solet revi'it hain. Like we said, it's a 10th of a solet, a quarter of a hin, which is 3 lugim. Shemen of oil, ve'revi'it hain yain, and a quart of hin of yain. Chote, when it says sin, like we mentioned before, sin means only tzaras. Yeah, the other ones don't have a sin offering. Don't have a libation offering. So chote siman linschei metzura ashir. This is a leper who's rich, a rich leper, because we're going to see that a leper has to bring a lot of sacrifices. שלאחר שנרפא וטהר, after he became pure, הוא מביא 2 כבשים וכבשה. He needs to give 3 sheep, 2 males and 1 female. ועם כל קורבן מביא נסחיו, and with each one of them he needs to bring the libations, the wine, the oil, the wheat.
לא למדנו על מצורע שזה 2 ציפורים והוא עושה את הדם.
That's also part of it. Yeah.
עוד 3 sheep beside it?
No, so we're going to see if he has enough money. He doesn't have enough money. But besides that, the 2 things are just a little bit. This is the main part.
I see.
Shehem ben, I think that the 2 ones is in the end. This is in the end. Yeah.
Okay.
Shehem ben kulam 3 עשרונים סולת. That all of them together, he needs to give 3 עשרונים, 3 measurements of wheat, 9 lugim shemen, 9 measurements of lugs of oil, ו9 lugim yain, and 9 lugs of wine. ונוסף על כך, עוד לוג אחד שמן, and besides that, he needs to get another lug of oil, שממנו נותן הכהן על תנוך אוזנו הימנית, the Kohen has to put in it, like we're going to learn, on his right ear, ועל בהונות ידו ורגלו הימנית, and on his thumbs of his right hand, on his right foot.
You think they had like a cart with them, or they're just the whole family carrying all this stuff? I mean, it's a lot of stuff they're gonna like keep together, until they get to the Mizbeach.
Carry it. Maybe they gave, and it's possible they gave you a basket with it. You got a basket, it came with baskets. And then you return the basket, like you did in the supermarket.
In the old days, it wasn't a problem.
Yeah.
To carry today is not just a problem.
החותם למצורע סומן במילה חוטא. And the Metzora had a stamp and it had to him a sin. משום שאמרו חכמים, because the sages says, על 7 דברים הנגעים באים, because the sages says on 7 things you get blemishes, כלומר שחטאיו גרמו לכך. It means that his sin caused him to be a leper. Ben Azai Omer, the Ben Azai says, 5 היו. So over here we learned about 4. Yeah? Ben Azai says there was a 5th one. 5 חותמות היו, וארמית כתוב עליהם. And it says it was written in Aramit. In the first opinion, it was written in Hebrew. Like we say, it was Egel, Zachar, Gdi, Chote. Right? Those are the things that it was written, which is in Hebrew. The second opinion, it was written in Aramit. וכל סימן היה כתוב בלשון ארמית, לפי שהעם היה רגיל בה. It says, why Aramit? Because people didn't know Hebrew. People knew Aramit. ואלו הם החותמות. And these are the חותמות. It says on it in Aramit, Egel, calf, Zachar, male, Gdi, goat, Chote, sin, Chote dal וחוטא עשיר. It says a sin who is poor and a sin who is rich. Yeah, because like we're going to see with the leper, there's some opinion, not some opinion. The Torah says that if he doesn't have enough, he brings, I think, only 1 sheep. We're going to see soon. לדעת בן עזאי, according to the opinion of בן עזאי, היו 2 חותמות בשביל נסחי מצורעים. There were 2 stamps for a leper. אחד שכתוב עליו חוטא עשיר, one that's written in it, a sinner who is rich, סימן לנסחי מצורע עשיר. This is, like we mentioned before, a leper who is rich, כמו שביארנו לעיל, like we explained before. ואחד שכתוב עליו חוטא דל, and another one that says a sinner who is poor. Again, sinner means a leper. סימן לנסחי מצורע עני. This is a sign for a leper who is poor, שאינו מביא אלא כבש אחד ונסחיו. Because he's poor, he doesn't have enough to bring 3 sheep, so he only brings 1. So and then he doesn't need so much oil, he doesn't need so much oil, he doesn't need so much wine.
3 and 1 need 1.
Yeah.
The Ashir and the Dal.
So he has to tell him which kind of thing it is. ועוד, and furthermore, לוג אחד שמן. And also 1 log of shemen, כמו שביארנו במצורע עשיר, just like we explained about the rich guy, to put on his ear and on his toes. ותנא קמא סובר, and the first Tana holds, שמצורע עני היה קונה חותם שכתוב עליו גדי. It says it's not necessary, because all you do is you can buy the same chotam that we said before that has a gdi. It has the same measurement of oil and wine as necessary for you to bring anyway. So you don't need to make... What?
It's not a sheep, you have to bring the sheep.
What do you mean? We're talking about only nesachim over here. The sheep you already bought. Another guy with the sheep payment.
No, but if you get a petek that says gdi, they'll give him nesachim for...
No. When it says gdi, the gdi you only go for nesachim. The gdi can only buy nesachim with it. The egel, you can only... You can't buy the sheep. The sheep is somewhere else, another guy. All that it says... Yeah. So when it says gdi, it means the measurement of nesachim for a gdi. Yeah.
I see, okay.
The measurement of gdi. והלוג הנוסף היה מביא בביתו. But a gdi is not enough oil. It's enough wheat and it's enough wine. But it's not enough oil. So what about the extra oil that he needs to put in himself, not on the sacrifice? So it says that he would bring from his home. The extra lug he would have to bring from his home. ברם מצורע עשיר הזקוק ל9 לוגים שמן בשקובלותיו, but a rich guy that needs to bring much more wheat and oil, he needs 9 lugs, עשו לו חותם מיוחד, for him they made a specific חותם, כדי שיקח גם את הלוג הנוסף בית הממונה. Because it says, you don't have to take it from home, take everything from here. You're going to carry 5 different things, but just buy everything from here. הואיל ולוקח הרבה לוגים, since he's going to take so much oil anyway, put it all together. He says it doesn't make sense for him to bring another log from home.
They give it to him free?
No, not free.
No,
It's
the rich guys, they just
yeah, exactly. The poor guy says maybe he needs the oil from home, but the rich guy says he's going to go. And they also tell you, don't waste our time. Bring a little bit from here, a little bit from here. Don't waste our time. This is God's package deal. We're not going to make it easy for you. On the poor guy, we're going to make it easy. You know what? You can go from home and you bring it. But on the rich guy, once you buy a luxury car, you don't talk about the extras.
Drive a luxury car, get out and see how they treat you, and you drive a poor car. The price is go up. I wonder how did they know if the guy is rich or poor?
He decided.
He decided.
Are
you rich or poor?
Yeah, it has a measurement. It has a measurement of how much money you have. Yeah.
You guys had salat?
Yes, leper.
But they
This is after the purity. Yeah.
so they probably still have scars and stuff like that.
Yeah, possible.
Maybe you can tell just by looking at them.
Maybe not. Depends on the condition. Depends on the guy. עגל, a calf, החותם שכתוב עליו עגל. So if you had got a stamp that says on it calf, משמש עם נסחי בקר. So it comes with the libation of a cattle. משמש סימן לנסחי קורבנות הבאים מן הבקר. גדולים וקטנים, whether it was a big calf or a small calf. בין לקטון בין לגדל. So it doesn't matter. You bring a bull 600 pounds or you bring a calf 200 pounds, you pay, it's the same measurements. It doesn't go by the size. זכרים ונקבות, when it says male and females, בין לנסחים של עולות שאינם באות אלא מן הזכרים, whether it was a burnt offering and a burnt offering has to be males, בין לנסחים של שלמים הבאים גם זכרים וגם נקבות, or whether it was a peace offering that you can bring males or females, גדי. It says a goat. A goat can also mean a sheep, by the way. החותם שכתוב עליו גדי, then you get a stamp with the word goat, משמש עם נסחי צאן. That comes with all libation of sheep offerings. משמש סימן לנסחי הקורבנות הבאים מן הצאן, גדולים וקטנים, זכרים ונקבות. It's exactly the same, where it is big, small, males, females. כלומר, לעיזים ולכבשות בין גדולים וקטנים, whether it was a male, whether it was a female, whether it was large, whether it was a small, אבל כבש אינו קרב, אלא כשהוא בתוך שנתו. But a sheep is, when it says the word sheep, you only bring it when it's within a year. כמו שהמשנה מפורשת והולכת. Like the Mishnah is going to tell you. חוץ משל אילים, except of אילים, from rams, מנסחים של אילים שהם כבשים זכרים, but rams that are males, מבני 13 חודש ויום אחד, from 13 months old and 1 day, עד גמר שנתיים, until they become 2 years old. If it is זכר, then you get another stamp that it says on it male. החותם שכתוב עליו זכר, because it's a different measurement of oil and משמש עם נסחי אילים בלבד. That goes only with rams. משמש סימן לנסחים של אילים בלבד. That only goes with ram, and it's a different coin because it's different measurements. חוטא, or a leper that we say, החותם שכתוב עליו חוטא, משמש עם נסחי 3 בהמות. It comes with the libation of 3 animals. של מצורעים, of the מצורעים, משמש סימן לנסחים של 3 כבשים, and that is enough wheat and wine and oil for 3 sheep, שמביאים המצורעים, that the מצורעים bring, including the log shemen that you put on the מצורע itself, including the oil that you put on the מצורע himself, ליטי מן על תנוחה לבעונות, כמו שביארנו לעיל. So to put it on his thumb like we explained before.